I'm gonna make a seemingly contradicting statement here, but hear me out. It's all gonna make sense at the end. Losing weight is hard, but it can also be easy. It's hard because there's a lot of bad information out there. There's definitely more bad than good, but it's easy when you have the right information. But just because you have the right information doesn't mean that people are gonna follow through with it. Again, that's what makes it hard. Adherence is everything. But if you approach it the right way, and I always like to come at it from different angles, then it becomes easy. In this video, I'm going to show you my top 10 weight loss tips. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey to achieve long-lasting, sustainable results. These are the exact same tips that I give to all my students, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. So you know it works. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to get notified every time I post a new video every week. It really helps support my channel. All right, let's get into it. I always like to say that there are levels. The higher you get, the better. Let's start with the prerequisite for everything to work. You need to get adequate and quality sleep every night. Sleep is when the body repairs and regenerates itself. It's so important, like it's literally everything. There is no metabolic flexibility or optimal health without it. And not getting adequate and quality sleep, which is 7 hours minimum, moves every health metric in the wrong direction. I personally try to give myself at least 8 hours of sleep allowance in a cool pitch black room every night. I wear a sleep mask, and I also use a special mouth tape that I bought on Amazon to make sure that I'm breathing through my nose throughout the night. If you snore or if you have sleep apnea, which definitely affects the quality of your sleep, taping your mouth could be life-changing for you. Because even one night of bad sleep can raise cortisol, which is your stress hormone, by 100%, which technically puts you in a pre-diabetic state. Don't worry, it's easily reversible if you make it up the next day. But if you make it a regular thing, that's when things start to go sideways real fast. That's why I always say that there is no sunrise so beautiful that it's worth waking me up to see it. With my knowledge now, I'd argue that sleep is more important for weight loss than diet. I mean, you'll die of sleep deprivation first before you die of starvation. So you need to prioritize this. This is such a low-hanging fruit. If you don't, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. Number 2, for the love of golden retriever puppies, you need to stop snacking. If you want any chance of achieving long-lasting, sustainable results, you need to stop this unbelievably destructive behavior. We simply did not evolve to graze on food or eat 6 small meals a day. I mean, you're not a cow. In fact, we evolved to do quite the opposite. It's not uncommon for our Paleolithic ancestors to go a full day or even multiple days without eating. But now we're told to eat in order to lose weight. It's honestly the world's greatest oxymoron. There's no science behind this, so stop. Because A, these smaller meals are not satiating at all, and B, we don't really snack on the healthiest stuff. Most people snack on chips, cookies, crackers, granola bars, designer coffee, and the likes. And they're not real food. They're food-like products, or as I like to call them, frankenfoods. You want to specifically ditch those ultra-processed foods because they're usually made out of refined grains, sugar, and industrial seed oils, which are highly inflammatory, especially industrial seed oils. When you cook with them, they basically become toxic when heated at high temperatures. You're basically eating radiation. Listen, I'm not anti-food. I love food. I really do, but your life should not revolve around it. There are other things that you can do instead of stuffing your face every time you're bored. Don't use food as a form of entertainment. If you're bored, go for a walk or read a book or do something productive. Number 3, you need to purge your house. I don't know about you, but I have zero self-control when there's trigger foods around me. If you bring me a dozen cookies, for example, come back the next day and they're gonna be gone. I will go full cookie monster on them. This is kind of connected to tip number 2 in that you don't even want to put yourself in that position where you're tempted to go back to your old habits. We are not wired for self-control. We're just not. So if you have these trigger foods in your house, guess what you're going to eat if you just happen to have one of those really bad days. This is akin to a recovering alcoholic stocking alcohol for special occasions. How do you think that's going to go? Listen, you need to put yourself in the best position possible to succeed. And it starts by controlling your environment. And if you really want it, that's fine. You can drive or walk to the store and get yourself a single serving. All I'm really doing here is I'm creating a barrier between you and your impulse. Because you're a smart person and there will be enough times where you're just gonna say no. Number 4, you need to move. And I'm gonna make this stupid simple for you. First, you need to set a goal of getting 10,000 steps every day. Why? Well, here's just some of the benefits of walking. It strengthens your heart, it eases joint pain, it boosts immune function, it improves your mood, it helps lower stress, it strengthens your bones and muscles. It also keeps you below your maximum aerobic heart rate, where you're mostly burning fatty acids for energy. If you're trying to lose fat, that's exactly what you want. Walking regularly also helps reduce your risk of getting dementia by 40%. Walking, specifically after a meal, reduces the blood glucose and insulin response by half. The faster you can regulate blood glucose and insulin, the faster your body can start burning fat. As you can see, movement is medicine and it's free. The best part about walking, honestly, is the barrier of entry is zero. Anybody can do it. Like, if your goal is to lose weight, have a flat stomach, fit better into your clothes, maybe even see some abs, build some muscle so you can have that tight and toned look, as well as improve your overall health, you can accomplish all those things by setting that daily steps goal and doing 10 to 30 minutes of resistance training a couple of times a week to build and maintain muscle. That's it. By the way, 10,000 steps is about an hour of walking, and you can divvy it up however way you want. And you don't even need to go to the gym to do resistance training. You can just use your own body weight as your form of resistance. Because having a lot of lean muscle mass is the key driver of your metabolism. Honestly, muscle is metabolism. It's your metabolic currency. The more you have, the more calories you burn at rest. Also, the more you get to eat. Guys, by the way, if you're listening to this on iTunes, feel free to leave us a review if you're enjoying this. It'll mean the world to me because it's gonna help me reach more people. So thank you so much for doing that. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button to tell the algorithm that this video is awesome. Number 5. Slow and steady wins the race. This is such a common trap for a lot of people. They basically have the right intention, but the wrong execution. They go from 0 to 100 when they're trying to change, which unfortunately usually leads to burnout pretty fast. I have said this many times, you're not a light switch, you're more like a radio knob. So it's really hard to go from eating complete garbage to a model of health overnight. That's usually not how it works. I mean, you can try it, but if you're at a 10, you need to dial things down to a 9, and then an 8, and then a 7, and so on. Let's use intermittent fasting, for example. And I'm not gonna discourage people from doing it because it's better than eating junk, but I often hear people say that they switch to 1 meal a day right away, when their current eating pattern is 6 meals a day. When you do that, your body is gonna freak out, guaranteed. It's almost insulting to your current way of eating. You're gonna feel like crap, like it's just too much. It's too big of a change. That's like level 99 of intermittent fasting. It's the equivalent of signing up for a marathon when you haven't worked out since gym class in high school. Like, how do you think that's gonna go? How about you just focus on step number 2, which is cutting out snacks. Focus on eating 3 square meals a day comprised of nutrient-dense foods. After that, that is the only time that I want you to think about intermittent fasting. But the prerequisite is you need to be metabolically flexible. There are many diets you can use to improve your metabolic health, but whatever diet you follow needs to abide by these guidelines. Your diet needs to revolve around the highest quality plants and animal products you can afford. Focus on eating single ingredient, mostly unprocessed, nutrient-dense foods. That keeps the storing hormone insulin moderated. Some experts refer to it as the master hormone because it's the hormone that controls your body weight. If you do that, give it enough time, you will achieve metabolic flexibility. Metabolic flexibility is when your body is easily able to tap into your fat stores and burn it for energy. In between meals, you'll almost never feel hungry when you do this. It's basically the holy grail of weight loss. Number 7, be patient. This is the mental aspect of weight loss that rarely ever gets talked about. You need to have the right expectations when you do this. It didn't take you days or weeks to put on the weight you're trying to lose. It probably took you months, if not years, of doing whatever you've been doing, which is fine, but it would be completely unfair to expect all that weight to come off in a matter of days or weeks. Also, people rarely talk about this, but the longer you've been overweight, the longer it's gonna take to reverse that insulin resistance and for that weight to come off. So if you can wrap your head around the idea that it's gonna take some time, but as long as you're following the right plan, which again is all about achieving metabolic flexibility, I can almost guarantee that you're gonna get there eventually. Here's one of my students who only lost 25 pounds in 6 months. That's about a pound a week, which is nothing to scream home about, but she looks like a completely different person. And if you want a proven plan on how to do this properly, then make sure to stick around until the end of the video. Number 8, don't fall for shortcuts. This is the opposite of my previous point. When people aren't patient, that's usually when they tend to fall for shortcuts and gimmicks. That's when people fall for weight loss shakes, juice cleanses, detox teas, snake oil, and the classic low-fat and zero-calorie myth. People drink diet soda like it's water or eat low-calorie ice cream and other ultra-processed low-fat versions of foods. And there are two main reasons why this is bad. A, it leads to overconsumption. People see 0 calories on a can of Diet Coke, so they just drink it every day. Same thing with low-calorie ice cream. The If It Fits Your Macros crowd, or IFYM, sees this, and this is the dream for them. It's low in calories and it fits their macros. Listen, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Nothing that sweet gets a free pass once it enters your system. Also, fun fact, your body doesn't even count calories. And B, diet soda and artificial sweeteners are often linked to weight gain instead of weight loss because it destroys your gut microbiome. Number 9, take a break from eating. Going back to levels, first, you want to delete snacks. Next, get moving. Then focus on achieving metabolic flexibility through your diet. Give it at least 6 weeks. That is the only time that you should think about intermittent fasting because your body will respond to it better. And it's unbelievably powerful. Like, its efficacy, assuming that you're metabolically flexible, is unparalleled when it comes to specifically targeting body fat and burning it for energy. Try to name a diet that's more powerful. I'll wait. But you'll often hear some people say that fasting is bad for you, that it's gonna slow down your metabolism, it's gonna put your body in starvation mode, you're gonna lose muscle, and other myths without really any evidence to back it up. As if you're gonna do permanent damage to your body if you skipped a meal. Ridiculous. For that, I give you Angus Barbieri. He holds the record for the longest fast at 382 days, which is over a year. He lived off of tea, coffee, soda water, and vitamins with regular visits to the doctor. And he lost a mind-bending 276 pounds. 5 years later, he was still able to keep off the weight. So believe me when I say that you're not gonna die if you skipped a meal here and there. Fasting actually heals the body. And I talk extensively about intermittent fasting on my channel, so if you're new, make sure to check out all my other videos about it. And lastly, allow for life to happen. This is where everything comes together because you want to turn this into a lifestyle. I don't want you to get caught up when it comes to achieving your weight loss goals, that you end up missing out on special moments in life that you'll never get back. I mean, where's the fun in that? Like, we're social beings. There's a time to feast and there's a time to fast. As you can see, fasting is the great equalizer. And when we celebrate, we usually do it around food. That's why I'm such a huge fan of scheduling an optional cheat meal every week. That way you don't feel bad about the occasional indulgence. It's just food at the end of the day. And just remember that you're one good meal away from getting back on track. And a lot of experts out there want you to swear off on your favorite treats completely. Honestly, they're not wrong. I don't disagree with them. But like I said, I don't want to live my life feeling deprived. That's not how I roll. Like, I want to eat as much variety of foods as I possibly can. I also want to be able to enjoy myself every once in a while. At the end of the day, you always want to solve for your highest quality of life. Is this process going to be a little bit slower? Maybe, but the results are going to be so much more permanent. The next question then becomes, how are you actually supposed to eat if you want to lose weight? Because here's the thing, 80% of your body composition is determined by your diet. You can't just freestyle this part. Do you have a proven plan that you can follow? To help you with that, I want to give you a free copy of my Lean Body Blueprint. This is how I was finally able to get rid of all my unwanted body fat without depriving myself of my favorite foods or spending countless hours at the gym. It's a simple 4-step process specifically designed for busy professionals, and it's the exact same blueprint that I teach to all my students, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. If you want to be the next success story, then download your free copy of the Lean Body Blueprint right now. There's going to be a link somewhere at the top here or in the description box. Just click on it, type in your email, and I'll send it to you right away. Hey, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post a new video every week, and feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions about this video. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Virtual high five.